Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to my talk for TestFlix. My name is Astrid and I'm going to present emotional intelligence for testers. Here is a little bit about myself. I work as a senior project manager with Phase AG in Switzerland. I catch my chances to get experience as a freelance journalist. Some of you might have noticed my work during the Testmaster Academy Test Leadership Conference, where I got the opportunity to write about my personal experience and led my own interview series with speakers. I also wrote an article for Tea Time with Testers magazine. Well, I'm not a software tester by profession, but I have developed a keen interest as I got introduced to this field after my work for the conference. I'm excited to speak today in this format since this is my very first time to be a part of such a project. The topic I choose is very close to me since I personally experienced how important emotional intelligence is and what impact it has on your career and personal life. This is my agenda for today, and without wasting much time, I will tell you what made me choose this topic. Well, my experience with the testing conference has been very interesting. As a newbie in testing, I developed my understanding from the talks I attended, interviews I conducted during the conference, how much human-based technology is, what testers do, and what they deal with. This made me wonder and research more on testing as an intellectual activity and problems testers face. In the new issue of Tea Time with Testers, I also read an article by James Bach, How to Talk About Testing. And that also answered many questions that I had. This whole experience made me realize that emotions play a very critical role in a day-to-day life of a tester, and hence emotional intelligence too. Before I talk about emotional intelligence, I find it important to tell you how I understand testing to be. Testing for me is about finding true knowledge about status of the product, finding risks that threaten value of product quality, communicating with people about risks, collaborating with people to solve problems. Accurate decision-making is at the core of good testing. And also it is about growth mindset, which is an important skill as a tester to solve problems and ask the right questions. And about continuous learning, to never just stop on a stage where we feel safe and always challenge yourself to become a better version of ourselves every day. In my attempt to understand testing, I also realized the things testers have to face. Testers have to face with time pressure. There is a lot of emotional stress involved. They work in teams where the mindset, culture, interests often create conflicts. This is same as the iceberg. It represents your emotional activity. 10% above the water is your skill. 90% below the water is your character. Our behavior is what others can see. Our emotions, beliefs, values are not visible to others. And this is why I feel emotions and how testers deal with those are the core of good testing. So let's see what emotional intelligence is all about. Emotional intelligence can be explained in different models. I personally prefer the mixed model. Emotional intelligence at its core is about self-awareness, self-management, empathy, motivation, social skills. For me, emotional intelligence is the capability of individuals to recognize their own emotions to those of others, distinguish between different feelings and label them properly, use emotional information to guide thinking and behavior, and manage and or adjust emotions to adapt to environments or achieve goals. Emotional intelligence can be the game changer to high performance and personal leadership, by Steve Gutzler. Now that we've discussed what emotional intelligence really means, these are certain areas that I think where testers can use it for. Critically analyzing or assessing risks. It is important to critically examine your own feelings and understandings about risks before you communicate them further. Testers operate in a system with people and product. They need to sharpen their understanding of subtleties of human behaviors in order to take proper decisions, and to sharpen these skills, emotional intelligence can help. Building relationships and inspiring actions to promote quality mindset and communicate the value of testing. Late Cole Bryan said, "The most important thing to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do." Even job interviews for testers these days have tests for their emotional intelligence. Therefore, understanding emotional intelligence and developing it further would be a great thing testers can do for themselves. Before I finish this talk, let me share some of my recommended readings and references. Thank you for giving me your time today to listen to my talk. Feel free to connect with me on social media accounts. It was an honor and amazing experience to be a part of this project. I hope I could inspire you today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Until then, stay safe and love what you do.